So I'm just doing the walk in and I've come across this branch running across the track. Definitely a clear sign. It's been clearly broken off there at the base. Deliberately placed across the track as some sort of a territorial boundary marker. But we'll push on and see what else we can find. Okay peeps, I've just come up to a little bridge and a water crossing and I've come across this across the track. Quite a bit of debris. Now obviously we've had some pretty wild and wintry weather in the last few weeks. There's plenty of water about, so we've had plenty of rain. Now I'm not professing that this was certainly done by a Yowie. If it was, it would actually take a tremendous amount of power. More than likely wind. How do you explain that though? I mean, if that is not natural causes, the mind boggles. I'm just going to chalk that one up to excessive winds and then hope for the best. Hope that my Yowie care package and my little gifting spot is going to be welcome with them. I'd like to try and get over there into that base of that tree, but I just can't. It's too thick with foliage. But look at the way that's splintered. And I mean, of all the places in the forest to be blocking off a path. Anyway, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Some will say I'm a kook. Alrighty, again next to a small creek crossing and the river flowing. And we've got another nice, decent sized branch crossing the trail. Again, like some sort of a marker. There you can see that's pretty cleanly snapped off. And if I look around here, there's no branch stumps whatsoever. Which suggests to me that it was moved and placed here. Those with a keen eye will take note of that big branch centre of the screen now running across, and then the end of it just precariously balanced in between that fork. And look at the way how it's just the tree branch ends right there, so it's just wedged between that little fork, that little upright branch. And then if I come back to there, you can see there's another bigger branch coming down off that ridge across that bigger one, and it's snapped further up just before that ledge. So forgive my arrogance, but for those of you that watch these videos and are still stuck in the matrix, just keep a bit more open-minded. We've got a small palm tree there snapped right over, facing down to the ground. We've got another one just there, again snapped over, probably about 13 feet off the ground, 12 feet, maybe a little bit less. Got another one snapped there. Got another one snapped right over right there where all that green foliage is. Now that one's very, very high. Got another little snap there. Another snap there, facing out to where I've just walked in from. And I think that's probably about it for now. There probably is some more somewhere and I'll show them to you, but you can't tell whether they're all done by wind or structural integrity of the palm, because they're pretty clean breaks and they're on certain angles too. Some face directly down to the ground, some face on a slight 45-degree or higher angle. And here we've got a forked tree branch. It's been snapped off both ends there. We've got another little branch woven through the base and over this rock. Oh. And then look at that. Just perched up on that palm. Very, very interesting. Okay, I don't think the rangers would do this to stop people walking into a national park. Medium to large size tree break branch going across the track there, and then look at this whole big pile of, looks like lantana or just twigs. Yep, I actually have to walk around and through. You know, look at this. That branch there's broken. Same with that branch there. And this stuff's just stacked on top of each other. There's a big tree break there, palm tree. You've got a big branch there that's broken off. Look at that, it's basically sheared half of that branch, half of that trunk. I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. So that's pulled that branch in half basically. Now this is pretty recent by the looks of it. And then you've got another one there, running almost parallel. And another little tree break just in there. This place has a very ominous feel. And I'm going to be in super stealth mode, setting up the hammock in a nice quiet spot and just remaining very, very quiet for the next 2 nights. Because I don't want to upset whatever's in here. Alright, check back in with you soon. We've got this one, another branch across the track, snapped clean off, and another branch here. It's been pushed down, it's been snapped up over there. And this break here belongs to that one. And then you've got another break there. Now this might have been here a couple of weeks by the looks of it, because the foliage there is dead. But that branch certainly isn't dead. It was probably quite green. And there were a few other little tree breaks on the side of the track, but I didn't bother about showing those. I mean, this place is just littered with breaks. Look at this, we've got more stuff up on the track here. And I'm looking to some stuff off to the side here. There's a few branches in precarious positions. So we've actually got green palm tree leaves up here. So these are obviously fresh. Got another big palm tree break there. Another branch going across the track. Another branch break there. And this one's definitely fresh. Look at this. That's a green palm tree. It's only days old. Again, facing in the direction where I've just come from. Folks, this is not wind or lightning. That is just brute strength. And a warning. This is absolutely territorial markers. Displays of power. That tree is perfectly healthy, or was perfectly healthy. Something has come along and just pulled on the side of it with enough force to just snap it sheer off. I mean, that is fresh. Seriously, that's only days old. There's no wear. There's no wear and tear on the actual wood. And then here we go, we've got an old fire damaged, or actually not even fire damage, it's just the natural colour of the tree. But look at this one, snapped off again. And just sitting there on an angle. Please share your thoughts with me on these. Alrighty, it's 6:15 and the sleeping quarters are set up. I found myself a lovely little spot near a creek. So I've got the sounds of water to muffle my noise, but it will also muffle the noise of any yowies. But I found a nice little spot. The mosquitoes are rampant, so I've just had to fire up the mosquito coil and hope that that's enough to scare them away. It's looking pretty grey up there in the sky. Fortunately, I have my new tarp, which has a little bit more surface area. Dun dun dun! As you can see, my little friend through there, just underneath the head end of the hammock. He's passed out on the palm frond. He's had a big day, the poor fella. So this is wild camping. It's quite a little bit of a struggle to get into this spot. I ended up traversing down through that creek, crossing over the other side and then having to double back and come back on this side. But we got there in the end. So now it's time to boil some water, have a nice drink, and then cook some dinner, hopefully before the sun goes down. Oh yeah, one more thing. I've set up the Yowie care package like I normally do, and also the little tub with some muesli bars in it. And if you notice where I've actually set it up, it's on a tree break. So I've got the Yowie care package there and a little tub full of muesli bars. But I'm hoping if any Yowies come through here and they see that, they're going to know that I'm not a threat and I'm actually their friend. Morning. How's the serenity? Well, apart from the possibility of a Yowie or a panther encounter, the serenity's pretty high here. I've had the sounds of a lovely stream all night, but I did also hear a big tree limb break just around dinner time, which put the wind up me a bit, and actually had my dinner in the hammock. The wind's just started to pick up a little bit, which is refreshing. We'll see how the hammock fly holds up, but so far so good. It's got good coverage. Still waiting for the pole from E-Troll. And there's my little buddy. Morning. So I've just started boiling the water for some breakfast. Quite hungry now, it's almost 10 o'clock. Got my coffee there, milk and my breakfast. And then I've got myself a lovely little watering hole. If the sun comes out a bit more brighter and warms the place up, I think I'll be jumping in there and having a little bit of a dip. A lovely little waterfall. And then the creek runs up that way. So I came in to the left hand side there, but I went right around a big rock. And then up here is camp. Camping by the banks of a river. So it's a little bit of a rocky traverse down to the waterline. You just got to come down through there. Nothing too grueling. I might have to clear away a little bit of this debris here. There's a few palm fronds and flotsam and jetsam, so I might clear that away and then see about going for a swim. So there's base camp up there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but there's a little eastern water dragon on the side of that rock face. He's just catching himself in the sun. I'll zoom in. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Off he goes into the water, mate. Quarter to 5 and I'm going to have an early dinner because I plan to be in the hammock relaxing by the time the sun goes down, and I want to try and keep a low profile with minimal noise. I've stopped drinking any fluids as well about half an hour ago, so hopefully I won't need to get up and go to the toilet during the evening. But tonight I'm having the leftover of the wild mushroom and lamb risotto from the last trip. Got the water there boiling away. Now unfortunately the mosquitoes didn't get the memo about mozzie coils because they're not listening. They're still rampant and flying around. Let's hope for a nice peaceful evening. Time to set up the Yowie care package. So just breaking the light in the bag. I've got it already pre-assembled. I didn't actually do it last night because I didn't have time. It was getting too dark before I set up everything, so I'll fire it up tonight, and then hopefully that'll be a little bit of a safety net. And then here I've got a little pancake container full of muesli bars. There's my nightstick in there. And it's ready to go. We just had a few little spits of rain, so I've just made some minor adjustments to the hammock. Pulled one end in, the head end in a little bit closer under the tarp, and just reinforced some of the guy ropes with some extra rocks. I've pretty much done the pack down, preparing for a bit of rain. And in here, my buddy's in here nice and cozy. I don't know if you can see him there, yeah. Light's fading. Camera's not working too well. Time to hunker down for the night. So the sun's set. I've just jumped into the hammock, preparing for hopefully a good night's sleep. I've got my little night light there. I've got a little muesli bar in case I wake up hungry. My little mate's here, ready for a snooze. Check in with you in the morning. Good night. It's currently 1:30 a.m. and there's just a light sprinkle of rain pittering down on the tarp. So we'll see how much rain we get in the next few hours. I don't know if you can hear it from the microphone. Morning. Day 2 has arrived. Looks a little bit cloudy and overcast, but that's okay. The rain stayed away. Just a few little drips. The breeze is just slowly picking up a little bit. Might laze a little bit longer and then get up and have some breakfast and a coffee. So I'm just doing the pack down, about to take the hammock fly off, and looks like some little creature approves of the fly. Can't believe how well camouflaged the skin is. It actually looks like bark. Alright buddy, let's put you back in the ground. I just thought I'd do a real quick impromptu bag review on this new product that I got, and I'm in no way endorsed by them. I managed to pick this up for a bargain price at a discount department store on the Gold Coast. I'm actually really impressed. It's its inaugural trip out, but for the amount of pockets and the amount of features this thing's got, it's going to get the nod from now on. So it is a High Sierra composite 65. And it's got so many pockets and features. I'm actually really impressed, and the material is sort of like a waterproof membrane, which is good. I mean, obviously after heavy rain it would leak in there, but essentially you got a little sealed compartment down here, which I'm currently putting clothes in, but you could put anything else you needed to. I've got my shorts and t-shirt and a few other things. But this, you could actually use that as it's like insulated. You could actually use that as like a cooler pack, which I might do on one of the trips. Maybe store some food in there. Up here, it's actually got a little detachable day pack as well, which is really handy. So in here you just got a little section in there with lots of little zippered compartments and flaps. So I've got a few little essentials in there. Then I've got my hydration bladder, a few other bits and bobs, gloves, which I'll need on the way out, so I'm going to have to grab them out. Another little pocket there. This is a 2 litre hydration bladder, so it's decent size, you know, mid-range. You've got the little outlet there. That's where the day pack unzips, and you can take that off, and it's got little straps to go over your back like a normal pack. This one here is just an extender, so basically if your bag's full of gear, you can just extend the size out, and these side straps allow a bit more support for that. Don't need to elaborate too much on that one. And then this is your main compartment. So you got a nice little flap in there, mesh and a zipper to put some possessions in. And then if you lift that up and look in there, down there's that insulated section. You can always tuck that away to the side if you wanted to, and then just use this whole 65 litre section for storage. Really good quality, well built. It did have a strap on the side here, but for like carrying over your shoulder, but I'm not going to be doing any of that, so I've actually removed that and just left those lugs because they're good for storage. I can hang things off them with carabiners. I might potentially cut this strap off as well because I'm not going to be using that. And then of course you've got your waist straps, which are good. It's hugging the tree. And then the other cool feature about this one is on this side I've actually got a fully detachable rain cover with its own little like a ziplock sort of thing to wrap around your bag. So I must say I'm very impressed with this, and being the bargain hunter that I am, it only cost me $52 Australian. Crazy. So High Sierra composite 65 litre. If you're ever looking for a backpack and you want to get something sort of decent and cheap, High Sierra, I recommend them. I'm pretty happy with this thing. It's got the full back support, padded, adjustable straps. So this is going to be the new weapon of choice. Not that I'm going to retire the other one, but I thought I'd just give this one a crack, and got to say I'm pretty happy with it. I'll update you and show you a photo or a video once it's all packed up. Camp's all packed up, extraction time. So my camp was down there underneath that palm tree branch that's laying sort of horizontal. So I had to walk down through the creek and then up through this ravine. And then silly me, as I was getting the phone out to take this video, I dropped my glove. It's down there, so I'm going to have to go down and get it. It's only a couple of metres, but this is quite steep. Thank God for some strategically placed trees and a slippery floor. So I just got to try and get up that way. See if I can make it up there. Okay, wish me luck. Well, I had originally planned for about half an hour for the walkout of the camping area down by the creek, plus another 6.4 k's back to the car. But I took the shortcut, I guess, and came straight up through there. And I'm back on the walking trail, and it only took me 7 minutes. Winning! I lost a couple of rocks down through there on the way. Let's push on. So I'm on the walkout, and stuff like this always captures my eyes. So just by the side of the trail here, you've got a nice little thicket of just small saplings. But then if you look behind, you've got flattened down grass. Almost like something was laying down there. That definitely wasn't caused by water. Because I'm way too high from the river. I'm probably about at least 50 to 60 metres from the river, and elevated by at least another 20 metres. So all this grass has just been pushed down, especially up the back there. could have been a deer. A deer could have had a lay down here, I don't know. Geez, the way some of those trees are placed. Almost looks like a massive big hut. And then you've got a big bommy there. Oh yeah, that could be man-made. Maybe the rangers just pushed it all together. Okay, Yowies, I'll let you be. Peace out. It's a little bit overcast, so I don't know how bright it's going to be, but look at what we've got here. We've got a palm tree broken up so many times on the base there, snapped at the top there, coming down there, and then another big palm up there already broken off. I mean, that other one's just been lifted up and put through there. This place just looks like a bomb's hit it. Got multiple branches just cleanly snapped. Got like lignum pulled out.